Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. Are you feeling the energy shift? Feels very interesting. That'll be the word I applied to it. Interesting. So I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we'll give it a minute for people to pop on. It was one of those mornings where crawling out of bed just wasn't high on my list. So here we are. Give it a minute. People start popping on. I gotta get some hand lotion here. Still winter, still dry. So there's someone. Good morning. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome. You're our first person today. You're the first contestant. Come on down. So we've got a reading from Tosha Silver. And when I got up, I kind of had a gut sense that she was going to be the one for the day. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, it was interesting too. On book club yesterday, one of the women mentioned that she had done my book club when we did Outrageous Openness, and I was trying to figure out how many years ago that was. That was a long time ago. So, yeah. So we finished up book club yesterday, and not sure when the move will be there to do another one, but it was such a good book. If you have not read Atul Gawande's Being Mortal, it feels heavy for you. To me, it feels kind of electric. I don't know. And I had a weird dream about, what do I want to call it? A tsunami. Yeah. So we'll see. Tomorrow's supposed to be a very interesting energy day. So we'll see what happens. My thing for all of us is don't go into fear. Don't waste your time going into fear. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Whatever's meant to unfold will unfold. And when we operate out of fear or we play not to lose, good morning, Nancy. Welcome. We don't set ourselves up well. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad you are here. Good morning. So when I opened the book to today's page, I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. This makes total sense. So there's going to be nuggets in here that put us in the right mindset, the right flow. Flow is part of the chapter title. That set us up well to navigate whatever comes. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's a fabulous book. So learned a ton, made some major shifts in how I was thinking about things and therefore doing things. So yeah, I agree with Gwen. Can't recommend it highly enough. So let's tap and let's breathe. Pick a spot. Take a breath. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. Just in time to breathe and tap. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the air to move through your whole system. Breathe in. Breathe out. Went for a walk yesterday and it was so spring-like. Breathe in. Breathe out. It looks like there's a couple more people here than I have said hello to. So hello to you all. Glad you're here. Good morning. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I want you to imagine that we're all standing around and we're linked arm to arm. So that whatever kind of weird, odd, freaky energies may pop up this week. Good morning, Maureen. Glad you're here. We're solid. We're stable. We're connected. We're a force to be reckoned with. So don't allow yourself to get derailed into fear or worry or what ifs or any of that stuff. Trust that what's unfolding is in divine right timing and divine right order. And again, outrageous openness, letting the divine take the lead. Instead of trying to call the shots, let the divine take the lead. Tosha Silver. And so, as usual, held the book in my hands, open to a page, and it's the chapter that's entitled The Ease of Flow. Yep, stop fighting, stop kicking and screaming, roll with things, see what happens. See what happens. Be curious. I think curiosity is a fabulous frame of mind to be in. So it's on page 93. If you have the book and you like to follow along, page 93. So here is the quote. Just sit there. Don't do a thing. Just rest. For this separation from God, from love, is the hardest work in this world. And that's by Hafiz. When we view ourselves as separate, when we view ourselves as disconnected, when we do the us versus them, all the things. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. We're setting ourselves up for this exhausted, anxious, worried, fearful, negative experience. On the other hand, when we step into flow, and it really is as simple as that, a step into flow. That's why AA talks about one step at a time. Just take one step. It might be a toenail's length, one step. That's all it's being called for. So let's open ourselves to receiving the stories that she uses to make her points. And listen for the nugget of gold that I guarantee you will be in here for you. Take a breath. Let it go. My friend Karen in North Carolina emailed me and said, somehow a change has occurred this holiday season. I'm moving from a place of ease and effortlessness, allowing things to happen as they wish to happen. So imagine taking that perspective and going forth into your Monday, into your week, into the month, the rest of the year, etc. Place of ease and effortlessness. What a great thought during the time of year when people often become the most fearful and crazed. So she's writing this during the holidays. We are just post-holiday. But there's always something, right? There's always something creating churn if we choose to go there, or we can flow right through it. I immediately wrote the line down. So her statement is, I'm moving from a place of ease and effortlessness, allowing things to happen as they wish to happen. What a perspective. The receptive, intuitive mind will absorb the thought even if the critical mind might want to dispute it. That's actually the whole point behind the paraliminal CDs I've been listening to. When there's one voice talking in one ear and another voice talking in another ear, and on some of them there's a third voice in the background, obviously your conscious mind can't follow all of that. Your subconscious mind can. So it moves past the conscious mind that says, no, can't do that, won't work, I'm afraid, all the stuff, to that subconscious mind that is steeped in opportunity and expansion and absolutely's and all the things. I think we need another breath. Allow your shoulders to drop. Yesterday, I allowed myself to get a little too wound around my axle about financial stuff. Had checking accounts to balance, had credit cards to balance, all the stuff had to go in QuickBooks, blah, 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 blah. And at some point, I realized I was irritated because I couldn't find $6.06. And I thought, I think it's a perfect time for a walk. So I went for a walk. And it was warm. Trees aren't budding yet. It's only February. I mean, this is what did you call it, Beth? False spring, something like that. But just being out in the fresh air and just taking a longer perspective. The trees don't give a shit if all those accounts are balanced, do they? Not at all. Not at all. Getting that broader perspective is so helpful. So helpful. So, the receptive mind will absorb the thought, even if the critical mind might dispute it. This idea harmonizes so well with divine order. If you align in any moment with the flow of life as it presents itself, All will unfold in the right way at the right time with a certain spontaneity and ease. First fall spring. There we go. Only the first one. Yeah. More to come. But I'll enjoy them when they're here. Absolutely. So now here she's telling another story. Recently I was in line at a grocery in Pacific Heights buying a few things. An older, well-dressed lady was standing behind me with a pinched, stressed demeanor, her arms brimming with baguettes and brie. I felt an impulse to let her go ahead. When her whole face suddenly broke into a radiant smile, I glimpsed for a second what she might have looked like as a carefree child. Thank you for posting that, Gwen. Thank you, thank you. That's a great mantra. Love that one. So, when you look in the mirror, can you see that carefree child? Can you look through whatever life is offering you and see that carefree child? Try busting a smile in the mirror. Try getting your eyes to twinkle. Try some things. See again what that child was like. Because then you can bring that child forth when you're searching for that flow. When you want to just step into the flow. Just be, allow, go with what is. All the things. As her food tumbled onto the conveyor, she confessed how frantic she felt every year from Thanksgiving on, and how she wished she knew how to be different. I feel like I hold my life together with safety pins until January, she confessed. And then for a lot of people, when that holiday goes, they kind of crash and burn. The house is boring without all the decorations. If you live in the northeast or west, it's kind of gloomy and covered with snow and whatever. However, that also is the portal to stillness, to that stillness. So after the hustle bustle, we can move into that stillness. And as we well know, in that stillness is that quiet voice that says, go this way, not that way. Do this, not that. Just be. Make a cup of tea. Breathe. Sit and look out the window. Take the time. Take the time for the breath. So, Tosha says to this woman, after she says she's holding her life together with safety pins, I told her that I had made the decision long ago to feel relaxed during the holidays, no matter what. Good God, she exclaimed, as if I had revealed that I had secretly 3 heads. How on earth would you do that? Well, I said, I make a thought or two my anchor. Here's the latest one. I told her Karen's line. Ease and effortlessness, she mused. Oh, I love that. Then she whisked her phone out of her purse and started typing. There, she said, I just emailed it to myself. Then she grabbed me and gave me a hug. As she walked out the door with her groceries, her face had opened, like a rose giving its petals to the sun. Sometimes it doesn't take much. Holy moments. The most infinitesimal, unexpected change can shift everything. So now, there's 7 of you on here with me. How many of you have been experiencing holy moments? How many of you have been noting holy moments? How many of you have been creating holy moments for yourself and for others? Little bitty things. Again, making the cup of tea and sitting down, inviting someone out for coffee, going for a little walk, just sticking your head off the back porch and taking a breath. Anything and everything that gets you to take the pause and really be present in the moment. Just standing and breathing and grounding through your feet can be another good one. Sitting at a stoplight and tapping, another good one. What are you doing for those infinitesimal little changes that are going to make a huge difference? Again, one of the things that I always tell people, especially when they came in for therapy, now I do coaching, but when they came in for therapy, oftentimes people, especially in the Midwest, wait until things are dire before they come in. And so their life is one huge hot mess by the time they would hit my couch, and they would kind of throw their hands up in futility. How are we going to fix all this? And what I would demonstrate for them is, okay, if here's time going across the bottom, you were tapping at 3 a.m. Hey, fabulous. Good morning, Miss Janice. Glad you are here. Welcome. So if here's time, and here's the changes we're going to make. If we just make one little bitty 1 degree change, over time, we end up in a very different place than we would have been had we not made that little change. So then imagine a series of little changes, incremental changes. The perfect example of that is compound interest. Hey, there's my holy moment, girl. Good morning, good morning. Glad you are here, Miss Brenda. Haven't seen you in ages. Ooh, and I like your little, what do they call those? Thumbnails. Very cool. Awesome, awesome. Glad you're all here. And there's a reason you're all here with me today. It's time for us to remember that making little changes makes a big difference over time. Again, the classic example, which most people don't understand, is compound interest. I love messing around with compound interest. So I was doing that the other day because I want to set up an account for my grandbaby. And so just messing around with things. How much difference does it make the amount of time that this money is saved? How much difference does it make the interest rate at which this money is saved? How much difference does it make how much I put in initially or how much I add every month? And the biggest impact was time. The biggest impact was time. And so for those of you who are seasoned like me, don't fret that. Don't worry about that. We have whatever amount of time we have left. Undetermined, right? We don't get to decide. We have whatever amount of time we have left. So how do we deal with those other factors? So in terms of talking about the money one, it would be how much we put in, how consistently we put it in. Again, it's going to be over time, how much interest, blah, blah, blah. But in terms of our life, what Brenda says, little moments, remember the ripple effect by dropping the pebble in the water. Yes, yes. So what pebbles will you drop today? If you haven't talked to somebody in quite some time, send them a text message, give them a call, whatever. Here's an awesome one. Send a greeting card to somebody. Most of us don't get fun mail anymore, snail mail wise. Most of us don't get fun mail email wise either. It's mostly junk, right? Send a card. Send a heartfelt card to somebody. Just pick someone. That would be a very cool thing to do for the remainder of the month. Send 1 card per day to someone. Whoever pops into your mind, send them a card. Thinking of you. How are things? Love to get together for coffee. Let's do a virtual coffee. If they're on the other side of the world or whatever, do a Zoom coffee. Those are awesome. I'm a pebble. Thank you, dear. Thank you. You as well. So here's one of the holy moments that Brenda did. This was on one of the retreats with Kayleen, and she brought us all these beautiful little bookmarks. And I loved this one, and I exclaimed about it so much that she then sent me a plethora. And I have them in various books, and I have them in various places. These are on my, the picture frame from that little sweater picture that I have, because I like looking at them. I love the colors. I like looking at them. So for Brenda, she probably thought, well, they're just some fun little things I'll send. For me, they're a splash of sunshine when it's dark and gloomy out. I love them. So, a holy moment. Brenda was the deliverer of a holy moment. 2 holy moments, because I got the initial one, and then I got the other ones in the mail. What have you done recently to create a holy moment for yourself or for someone else? Take yourself out for a coffee. Sit, watch people, take a book, read. Just enjoy being in the hustle bustle of people being around. Go sit in the park. Wear your warm Snuggies. Yes, who knew? Wear your warm Snuggies and go sit in the park. Watch the people walk by. Watch the dogs getting walked. It was a fun day yesterday because everything's melting, right? So every single dog had muddy paws. Every single one. So you knew they were having a happy life because they had muddy paws. There were people fishing, Just, yeah, all the things. There was even a goose remaining. I think we actually saw 3 geese. So either they didn't get around to migrating, or they came back early. I don't know. So take a breath. Let it go. Take a look around yourself. Look for some things that please you. What pleases you? One that pleases me, and this just came out of nowhere. I found this piece of bark and thought, I want to write something on there. So breathe and believe landed on the piece of bark. And then I have it sitting on my desk. Reminders, reminders, reminders. Could you cultivate a reminder today? Maybe you want to cultivate a reminder about being in flow, being willing to step into flow and allow the great unfolding. However things go, they go. And what are we meant to learn from them as they unfold? I think this is going to be an auspicious week in many ways. We'll have to see how it unfolds. Sit by Lake Michigan before oh, fabulous, wonderful, beautiful sunshine and quiet. Yay you. That was good self-care, dear. Absolutely. So let us do that. Let us do that. Something today on this fine Monday where you take a holy moment for yourself or to share with someone else. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Have a great day. Bye-bye.